Thank you for taking the time to invest in your future, your life. I believe your capacity will expand. Do you believe your capacity will expand? Well, let me help you in expanding your capacity. This Bishop Shelton Bady Cohort Program has your capacity in mind. And so, as you journey along with me to understand what this is all about, do know this: your capacity expansion is a part of this process. I'm going to have a word of prayer that I've invited Tiffany to be a part of this communication process so that you can get the information you need to make a decision so that you can expand your capacity. Father, I thank you for the one that's viewing right now. I thank you that you open their eyes of understanding and cause their hearts to be drawn to you. God, bring forth every gift that you have deposited in their life. In Jesus' name I pray, amen. Again, so glad that you've taken the time to invest in your life to find out how you can take it to the next level. Tiffany, so glad that you're here with me.
Thank you, Bishop. I'm excited to join you with, and also it's so great to meet all the people who are here and they are able to watch on demand and share your heart about the cohort program.
Thank you, Tiffany. So the moment that we're living in is a moment that is characterized by the scriptures. I was reading in the book of Daniel, Daniel chapter 12, verse number 4. It says, "But you, Daniel, shut up the words and seal the book until the time of the end. Many shall run to and fro, and knowledge shall increase." This is the day and time when knowledge is increasing. People know more than they've ever known before. But the Apostle Paul said it this way in 2 Timothy chapter 3 and verse number 7, "Always learning and never able, that's a word, to come into the knowledge of the truth." So people are getting more knowledge, but not coming into the knowledge of the truth. So they know more, they're exposed to more, but not obedient. But you as a pastor and a leader still have an assignment. That assignment does not change. It is written in 2 Timothy chapter 4 and verse number 5, "Be watchful in all things, endure affliction, do the work of evangelist, fulfill your ministry." You still have to fulfill your ministry. Even though the time has changed, people are different, but the assignment for your life is to be effective, fulfill your ministry. How can you do that? Let me show you how. Let me show you how to take what God has given to you and expand it so that you can be very effective. The cohort program has that in mind. I looked around at different things that are available, and I said, Lord, if I was leading now as a pastor, what are some of the things I would need? How would I get information to expand and to reach? And so with that in mind, I put together some programs and some thoughts that will help you to learn and to grow. Now, I've been pastoring for over 32 years. That's a long time. As a lead pastor for 30 years, and now as a legacy pastor. So I've traveled in various countries, various places, seen many operations, seen some things that have worked well and seen some things that need a little help. But all of that wisdom and insight, I bring it to you. That's important because oftentimes we just need somebody, a man, a woman, someone with some insight to help us to get to the next level. 1 Samuel chapter number 9, verse number 6 says it this way. "And he said to him, Look now, there is in this city a man of God, and he is an honorable man. So all that he says shall surely come to pass. So let us go there. Perhaps he can show us what we should, or the way we should go." So what we should do, or the way that we should go. Maybe you have found a person that can help you do what you are desiring to do, to unlock your future, to expand your capacity. Tiffany, there are several things that you have watched and observed because you are a daughter of the harvest. You've seen my life for years. What are some of the things that you know about the man that is right here before this audience?
Bishop, if somebody was to ask me, I sort of think of it this way. If there was someone, a journalist that came up to me and said, "Hey, tell me about Bishop. Here's some things that I would highlight about you." As you mentioned already, you are now in the role of a legacy pastor, but you led as a lead pastor for over 30 years. And that community and that church community have been a pillar in the Greenspoint community for all that time. We've seen you migrate, we've seen you change, we've seen you adapt. We've seen all the many phases of church ministry. And it's been amazing to see that journey where it was just one area and then it blossomed and bloomed into a community center where people come and play basketball at this development center. People come and take classes. There's school there. So this has been an amazing journey to watch. Not only that, but you served on American Red Cross and you served as a National Diversity Advisory Council for 10 years. And not only that, but you had explored all over the world for international missions, going to places like Ghana, going to places like South America and Colombia, and you've enjoyed those places. And so it's been great to see the fire that you bring back every time you go. Now, one of the things that I really want to highlight and let people know is that as being a pillar in the Greenspoint community and abroad, you have been a safe haven for many individuals. When we had Hurricane Ike and Hurricane Katrina, and many people who migrated from all places and walks of life, they found refuge at the Harvest. They found refuge by having food, a place to sleep, a place to lay their head, places to receive funding and resources. And that was made available through your partnership with individuals at the county level, at the city level, and abroad in the federal level. And so they've seen the Harvest as being that place that is available for the entire community. And it all started with one vision from one man, and that was Bishop Shelton Bady. And so I'm excited to see as we continue to journey on and you continue to journey on into your next phase as a legacy pastor, having this opportunity to be expanded in your own capacity by taking on individuals in a cohort program and mentoring them.
The wisdom that I have gained through the experience and the interactions with various people, I bring to you. The formal training, whether from Michigan State or University of Texas or Dallas Theological Seminary, I bring to you. The professional background in corporate America, I bring that to you. The international lessons that I have learned, I bring that to you. The connections, both political and governmental and business-wise, those lessons I bring to you. All of that adds to the tools that I have to be able to share with you so that you can advance. The years that I have used to learn and to gain can be brought to you in these moments so that you can shorten the time that is necessary for you to be effective in your ministry. I pray that not only are you inspired by my personal testimony, but that you journey with me so that the lesson that I have learned will be also the wisdom to guide you in your next. And in guiding you in your next, there is a method that I have considered for you to have the transference of the wisdom that I've had. Now, in order to do this, I've looked at two aspects of this method. There is the pre-session work and also the session work. Pre-session work allows me to look at the things that you are a part of, kind of get an insight of who you are as a person. So therefore, when we have conversations, they can be informed. I'm desiring not to critique from a point of view of saying something is better or something is not well, but it is to give you other options of exploring ways to minister and ways to serve. And so the pre-course work includes these things. It includes 2 complete sermons. It includes 10 photographs. It's listed right before you. You can see that. A spiritual gift assessment, a personal letter about your love for God, and also your personal and ministry social media handles. So these things will allow me to have some insight on who you are. So as I guide and direct, I can direct from a place of knowledge. Also, there will be a session work when we come together. There are certain dates that you should mark on your calendar, certain things that are very important. So if you want to journey on and learn more, the dates you can see on the screen of August the 4th and the 5th. It's a 2-day intensive, a Friday and a Saturday. Also, there'll be every Monday and every Tuesday in the month of August, there'll be sessions. On Monday nights, in-person sessions here on the campus of the Harvest. And also on Tuesday nights, that's online. So if you want to do online Tuesday night, if you want to do in person, it will be on the campus of the Harvest every Monday night in August. Tuesday nights, every Tuesday night in the month of August will be online. And then there will be a one-on-one session between me and you And at that time, we'll discuss things that are personal toward you. There are several things that are necessary for you to expand, and those are the areas I want to address and deal with. Tiffany, will you please just take a few moments and just make sure that we are communicating clearly the expectations for pre-session and also session work?
Absolutely. So knowing that Bishop, he definitely has a full schedule. And so to make his a whole month of August available to you, you don't want to miss it. This is a wonderful opportunity where you get to sit and really just be at the feet of a person who has a whole bunch of wisdom just to pour out. And this is unhindered. This is one-on-one. We're not looking for mass numbers. We want this to be very intimate and very personal. And so we took this in consideration in the development of the cohort program. What do we want to know about you? So as he mentioned before, there are some things that we want you to submit. There'll be a whole application that you can submit all of those items. And we would love to know, what is it that what do you talk about? What do you preach about? What do you look like? Those photographs, you don't go and get some new pictures. We want them to be existing in photos that you've taken with family or photos that you've had in the past. And so anything that be representative of who you are and how you dress and where you like to do, please submit that. All those things will be available. We have the spiritual gifts assessment. You don't have to go find it. It'll be already linked into the application. And so it's very intuitive, very easy to submit all these items that we're using. But these are all just so that be a dissecting and showing Bishop who you are. And we'll take a look into all of that. Now, as he mentioned the dates, don't forget to mark your calendars. If you know that, hey, I would love to be a part of this, I need to be a part of this, or this will help my team grow if I make this available for me to be developed, please mark your calendars for August the 4th and the 5th. And then also every first Monday or every Monday in the month of August, as well as every Tuesday. If you know there may be some schedule conflicts, you can do the online. Now, applications are available now. Please don't wait. Run to the application. Click as quickly as you can to the application. It is there. It is available. If you follow Bishop on any of his social media, it is the link in his bio. You can find it. It'll be the one that is pulsating at you. So you'll be there to find it. There's nothing to hinder. Please sign up. Please register. We're taking those applications. The deposit is $200. We're asking for that so that we can take care of you. Bishop has already thought about how he wants to cater to you. How do he want you to be engaged with him? And so he's creating an entire experience that's where there'll be a hotel and there'll be eateries that we'll go to. So he's going to make sure that he is giving his best investment into you. And so we just ask for the first $200 to be deposited. And then an application, once you submit everything in, we can set up the payment for the rest of the cohort program.
Excellent. Thank you, Tiffany. If I were to
Sure.
just share some of the goals for this cohort, it would be in these words: to address your personal well-being. I want to make sure that a space is created for you to be well. Serving as a pastor, I know what it's like to serve and to help while you need healing. And so I'm desiring to create a space for there to be personal healing, personal advancement, and a restoring of your joy. I want to make sure you are well. So we'll have conversations around your well-being, because if you are not well, it's very difficult for you to serve well. So yes, we're going to talk about you, and we're going to address whatever is necessary for you to be well. And being well doesn't mean that you don't have any challenges, because I don't know anybody without any challenge. But there's a peace, and there is a conviction, and there is a level of confidence that you can acquire to allow you to rise above anything that's a hindrance. And so one of the goals of this cohort is for your personal well-being. Another goal for this cohort is this: to strengthen your strategic planning. Because if you're able to plan well, if you're able to analyze differently, if you're able to bring together groups of people Then you're able to be successful in your pastoral abilities. Thirdly, we will discuss pastoral possibilities. I will show you different things that you can consider, different options and different ways of being effective, or different methods of trying to galvanize your congregation. I've said this before. It is difficult for you to change things when change has not occurred in you. And so if you want to change your ministry, there needs to be a change in you. And the change in you is when you see different pastoral possibilities, when you see things that can be done differently. So I'll take time to share with you different viewpoints. So these things are the goal: your personal well-being, your pastoral possibilities, things that you may see that are different, and then strengthening your strategic planning. A gauge that will allow me to assess your strategic planning is this: you'll be challenged to develop and to implement a citywide community outreach activity. And so I will challenge you to do something citywide that will impact your community. In order to do that, you will have to engage with various community leaders. But that will allow us to begin to look at your strategic planning and bring another level of planning to the forefront. That is necessary for not only the outreach activity, but for your pastoral life. Planning differently, thinking differently, implementing differently will bring a different result. I intend to see you in a success lane, in a success circle, in a successful place. And this process will get you there. There may be some questions that you may have think about right now, but here are some of the frequently asked questions. Tiffany, will you share?
Absolutely. So we'll talk about some frequently asked questions. We know that this was on demand, and the purpose and intent was really just to get this information to you as quickly as possible and just allow you to make their decision. So if you have any other questions, if you think that we have not addressed enough of the questions that you may have and that we haven't thought about, please email bsbcohort@chapmanstrategies.com. But we'll cover a few. Here are a few questions that have been asked, and we want to address them. So who is this cohort intended for? That cohort is intended for development of pastors and people who lead congregations or teams. And so that is the program designed for. Who will be teaching? Bishop Shelton Bady himself. He will be that lead instructor. So all cohort participants will have access to him. He will make himself available, like I said, the entire month of August. So there'll be no one else who will be stepping in for him. It will be Bishop Shelton Bady. Now, he may have some additional individuals that he will want to invite and bring along with him to help him with some of the subject matter, but that in totality, it will be all from Bishop. What can you expect to be covered? As we've already mentioned, there is some pre-session work as well as in-session work. The pre-session work will be given and used to help assess each pastor and look into who they are. We'll be exploring areas of unresolved hurts, discussing overcoming limiting perceptions, and then learning to plan with excellence and avoid planning inadequacies. Some other questions that have been asked is, when will this take place? We said lock in those dates, August 4th and 5th. And then there's every Monday in August and every Tuesday in August. And there's options for if you want to select in person or virtually, please let us know when you register. How long will each class last? Generally, each class will last about 90 minutes. And then as mentioned, we will start promptly at 7, but he will also make himself available for one-on-one sessions either after the program as well. Now, where will this cohort program take place? In person, it will be at the Harvest Community Development Center, and that address is listed in the FAQ. But we will make sure that the ones that are not able to make it in person, you won't be left out. So there will be an on-demand available for Zoom, and that link will be available once you submit your application and you are selecting to the program. Now, how much does it cost? $200 for our deposit. The entire program is going to cost $2,000. This includes your ability to be there, that covers the in session moments, and then it covers also the intensive and us being able to adapt and also give you the experience that you need. All the program material Bishop has already looked into. He is a man who has looked into numbers in the sense of making sure that he understands who you are as a person. And so all of that will be covered by that cost. Can you invite your leadership team to join you? Right now, we really want to focus on the development of the pastoral leader or that leader in general. And so there will be some intimate moments shared. And so just to protect the integrity of who you are, we're not asking you to bring your team along, as although that would be great. Right now, we just want to focus on you. And so therefore, we ask that you just make sure that it is a moment that you take personally and that you see as an investment for yourself. Now, what should you bring if you come to these programs? Well, if you're selected, bring what you use to take notes. Bring anything that you help to record, what you need to take back or look over and review on your own. So you have an iPad, if you have Notepad, if you have a laptop, any aspect or method of note taking, please bring that to class. And then how should you dress? Business casual or casual. We want you to feel relaxed. We want you to feel comfortable. And so please make yourself available. If you see there's any questions that have not been addressed, we definitely want you to please send us a note. bsbcohort@chapmanstrategies.com.
Thank you, Tiffany. I really appreciate that. By participating in this cohort, you will gain the wisdom that I had acquired for these years, over 32 years of pastoral leadership. You will also gain the ability to strengthen your pastoral planning. Your strategic planning will expand. You will also gain the ability to broaden your perspective to reach a broader audience. We'll look at ways that you can view yourself differently and also expand your appeal to different groups of people. You will also gain the ability to connect for international travel. I do a lot of international mission work, but people who have completed the cohort program will receive an invitation to join me on international mission trips. You'll also gain a community of people to support you as you reach out and touch your city. It is a cohort program, and by being a member of a cohort, you are part of a family or team of members that have each other's well interests at heart. So this is insight and wisdom that will bless your life for the years to come. This investment in yourself will pay out over the lifespan of your leadership. So I encourage you again to be serious about your life and take some time to invest in your next.